Welcome friends. In this video, we are going to see inline and block elements. Let's quickly create the file 09 inline block.html exclamation then tab website bootcamp inline versus block, just copying it, and h1 and then tab inline versus block. Let's quickly go through some of the important concepts related to inline and block. HTML inline and block element. An element has a default display value which depends on the type of the element. The display has basically two types, block and inline. A block level always starts from a new line. It always takes the full width available until specified by CSS. Sometimes it adds top and bottom margin as well. Example, here you can see I have defined a div element with style attribute border 1 pixel solid black. You can see the div is taking the whole width. Next I have defined the p tag, which is also a block level element, and you can see in the right side p element is also taking the whole width. However, there is a margin before and after the p element. Some important points to note here. Although I have given an empty line in the HTML code after div and paragraph tag, the browser won't display it. The element p adds margin around it. The common block level elements are div, paragraph, h1 to h6, hr and others. Inline level element. It doesn't start from new line. It only takes up the width as necessary. Example, here you can see inside the div element I have defined a span with style attribute color to red, and in the right side you can see the red is inside the div. It is not starting from the new line. The common inline level elements are anchor tag, bold, image tag, input tag, strong, subscript, superscript, text area, etc. For the demo purpose, let's create a div element, and here let's add the line as this is a block level element and some other text as 10 and just like this only, and save it, and using the live server extension just click on the go live to see the preview. Okay, so let me just use the 2-column layout for better understanding. Okay, so let's add the style attribute as border 1 pixel solid and then 222. Here you can see the div, and if you notice the div is taking the whole width of the screen. Let's add another element as p tag and also style it as border 1 pixel solid, and this time I will give it as red, and here this is another block level element and save it. You can see the paragraph element is also taking the whole width. Let's add some inline element, this line as red as inline element, and just wrap the red inside span and just style it as color red. Okay, you can see the red is not starting from the new line because it is inline. Also, let's add a anchor tag and see what happens. Href to nothing and visit this link and save it. You can see the anchor tag is not starting from the new line as it is inline element. Also, let's add an image tag and see what happens. Images, and I have a user icon, and let's give it a size as width is equals to 120 and height equals to 100 and save it. You can see the image is coming after anchor tag since it is an inline element.